Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another recap video for round 10 of the ESMX Supercross Championship, which is actually going to be the last round under ESMX. Unfortunately for Kelmonger, who is the host of ESMX, he has a lot of stuff going on in real life. He can't really keep up with the demand of these tournaments anymore because they are starting to get rolling with people and more people wanting just to do these tournaments now. But it's now going to be under MXL Racing, which is hosted by Hippo Rico, Twillet, and TinMan Son. And big hats off to those guys for continuing this series, transferring all the points over, and getting everything updated. They have a really cool Discord server. It makes it really easy to find information, to sign up, and they're very responsive with questions. So I will send a link in my description to their Discord and their Instagram page. So right now, this is Glendale. Glendale is a pretty simple track. There's really not much lines to separate the field, so it just really comes down to consistency and raw speed. So here we are at the start. Of course, always want to get a good start and try not to be battling the pack because it gets really messy and dicey back there. Got a decent start, probably in the top 5, which is not bad. But now we got Ranger, Nezra's up front, hit with Rico, so all in front of me. Now Nezra looks like he's got the lead, and we don't really want him to break away that quick because, I mean, once you have the lead in the first lap, you got clean air, you got really nobody to make you switch your lines up, so we really want to try to get around Rico and Ranger here. Try to make it work in this inside, but I made a little bobble right here, getting pushed around and went a little too wide and had to check up for this rhythm section. So this is where being patient comes in, because if you try to make these passes too quickly or try to get too aggressive with people, this game is so unsynced. You know, you'll be right next to Rico here, but you know, on his screen you're 2 bike licks behind him, so he doesn't know you're there. So trying to sneak around in the whoops here, and now we're in second, trying to keep those guys behind me, and now we have to work for Nezra. Now Nezra's been pretty fast these past few rounds, so especially after last week, he got that consistency rolling. So we know this is going to be a dogfight for this next few laps here. So we're coming to the end of the third lap here. Going to try to get a good drive across these whoops to set up an inside pass before the finish here. Nezra saw that coming, scored me up, and gave me a little nudge. Right here, he tries to protect it inside a little too far, which makes him hit the banners and he loses traction. So now we are in first place with 16 laps to go. So, like I said before, there's really nothing that can bite you on this track. Just gotta stay consistent, and that's going to be the goal for the rest of the main event. We got the lead, got some clean air, so just gotta try to put some decent hot laps in and try to break away a little bit. So we're about halfway through this main event. Been 10 to 12 seconds for the past like 4 or 5 laps. So not gaining any more time, but not losing any time either. So that feels pretty good. Just putting consistent, no mistakes, just riding my ride, dude. Just riding my ride. But now we are coming in to some lappers, which can get a little dicey at times. But honestly, the last couple rounds, the lappers haven't been that bad. They usually take different lines, or they know you're coming. But, you know, it's just one of those things where you don't want to get too aggressive with these guys anymore, just because they are racing for position in their own points battle. As you can see, Captain Cole's trying to catch a guy in front of him, so I don't want to ruin his race. Most of these guys don't want to ruin ours. So usually, lappers have been pretty good. So we only got 5 more laps to go, and the split has still been 10 seconds. Have not been able to gain any time whatsoever. And I've been running some pretty good consistent laps too, so it's really just trying to stay on the bike and not make any huge mistakes. As you can see there, I lost some traction. And right now at this point in the main event, the track is starting to get pretty choppy too, so we don't want to be too heavy on the gas in some of these corners. Gotta be a little bit more patient. But we're still coming through some lappers, so things can still get a little dicey at this point. Lap 18, have no problems with lappers until this dude. Look at this dude going through tough blocks like a clown. TinMan's son. And he claims to be my son, but if he really was my son, he'd be able to hold a damn line. So I don't know. Think it's my kid or not? I don't think so. If he was my kid, he'd be in the top 5. But he can't even do that. So I don't think the genes are in him, dude. Don't think the genes are in him. Anyways, lap 19. Got about 2 laps to go. Had a 10-second lead. And then went down to 7. And it's not a big deal, but had a flawless race until TinMan's son ruined it. But whatever. It's all good. Just move on. So we're on the last lap. Make a pretty big mistake right here. But I'm just going to blame that on TinMan's son because he ruined my flow. It's fact, dude. He ruined my flow. I was riding my ride, and then he got in the way of riding my ride. No, really. All jokes, though. This was a pretty cool main event. It was pretty crazy how the split really just did not change throughout the whole main. Just kept on 9, 10, 12 seconds for pretty much the whole main event. So that's pretty cool, and that just kind of goes to show you that everyone's that good. We're the only thing that separates us is mistakes, especially on a track like this. Like I said before, there's really nothing to separate the riders. It's just everyone's hitting the same lines. It's just trying to stay clean and smooth and try to avoid all the carnage, and luckily I managed to do that this main event. So thank you guys for watching, and like I said before, the tournaments are going to be under MXL. I will leave a link to Discord and Instagram in the description below. So if you guys made it this far, go check that out. And again, thanks you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Peace.